Hey guys, we're back. This time we're taking a look at the Starcadia Quest Build-A-Bot expansion. This was an add-on that basically gives you pets like the Arcadia Quest had. And these ones are even cooler though because the robots are modular and their heads pop off. And the top half gives you a bonus, the bottom half gives you a bonus. You put the two together and you get a bigger bonus. And it also comes with its own little campaign, as well as the fact that you can use them in normal games. Also have one of these little add-on packs you could buy. These are available at retail with a couple extra robots in them. Extra components that you can swap out. And then from the Kickstarter there was a box of extras. These only came if you backed the Kickstarter, but I wanted to show them with this expansion since it just made sense. Anyway, into the box. On the top here we have our new rulebook. It's tiny since it uses all the same rules as the original game. It does explain the new campaign in there and how to add robots. And their basic mechanics and how you level them up and they get stronger. There's a new optional thing in here for turrets, which are represented by these little tokens. There's also a 3D thing for them if you bought the 3D scenery pack. And then that's pretty much it in there. Just a quick overview on how to use the robots and add them to your games. You do get a new pad of campaign sheets for the new campaign that comes with this. I like that they did that for like all of the expansions. We got a new additional board to go with your player boards, and these have a slot for the top half and bottom half of your robot, as well as their level tracker and their stats over here. Got a handful of new map tiles that can be mixed and matched and combined with your original game to add some more variety to them. And these also have locations for bot parts on them, so you can find parts to upgrade your robots. Next we have our new scenario cards, and I think, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new scenarios. So 6 new scenarios included in the Build-A-Bot. Makes a whole new campaign there. Always nice to have more scenarios and new campaign. It adds more playability and longevity to the game as a whole. And the fact that you can combine the Build-A-Bots with the original game too, to make those even more interesting. Next we have 2 new characters, and this guy, I think he's supposed to be a Gundam. The name reminds me of Voltron, but the actual image makes me think of Samurai Pizza Cats. Anybody who's my age will know that reference, but 2 new characters. Always nice to have more playable characters to expand upon the base game. And for monsters, we got 1 new trooper type, 1 new villain, which is the Y-Shot and Bulldozer. This Bulldozer guy is really cool. We'll see him when we get in there. I think the game also uses a lot of the standard mobs from the base game as well. As we have our actual bot cards, and these are the mini cards, and they come in pairs, top and bottom, to mix and match. So you're going to need all your heads in one section, all your bottoms in another, and based on what you get here, the top section usually is the target. So in this case, 1 per turn when it enters a space close to an enemy. Then the bottom card is the effect. So this moves a close character, whatever your level is, spaces, will not trigger a guard reaction. So when you have these together, when this requirement is met, this triggers. And they vary from bot to bot. 1 per turn when it enters a space with a computer terminal. Change the color of a portal within your level spaces. And these can be mixed and matched. You don't have to use a specific top with a specific bottom. And you can grab any random top, any random bottom, and it mixes and matches up what their abilities do. So it's very interesting, and they have images too of what they look like, so you know which one to get to build the various bots. It's pretty much the pets from Arcadia Quest, but modified and improved. We get a big stack of new upgrades. Most of them are themed around the expansion. Like here, your evasive maneuvers when defending, you gain rerolls equal to your bot's level. When attacking, you gain rerolls equal to your bot's level there. There's a couple other odds and ends. If you kill an officer, gain an extra robot part. So, a lot of cool thematic upgrades that go well with the expansion. You get the colored bases like the base set has for designating who owns the specific bot. Again, we probably won't use those. We'll probably just remember who has what, because I hate putting those on and off, especially if you paint your miniatures, because it tends to damage the paint around the base. Next you have these level trackers, and these actually go on these cards here, and you slide them up to designate which level your bot currently is at and what stats he has. You get these turret tokens, which are used with the new turret rules, and placed on the map. You can use a computer terminal to activate one of these in place of making your normal attack and use the turret to attack, and they do a decent amount of damage too. And you also don't get a payback action when from the mob when using a turret. And then we have these robot part tokens. These are going to be found on the map. You pick them up, and that gives you extra parts that you can use to customize your robot and adjust their stats. And finally we get on to the models here. And our models, got our new character there, the bots along the bottom here, and you have our new boss, and only the 4 new mobs there and the new boss guy here, and he is just a beast with the tank treads. I love the way he looks. And then the new robots here, they're tiny little guys like the pets in the Arcadia Quest. Their heads do move though, so you can remove their heads, mix and match, and swap which head and which body you have based on what cards you end up drawing. So that's everything that comes in the base Build-A-Box. I want to get into the 2 add-ons, but first I'll do my overview of this. Is that really like what it adds to the game. I like the pets. I like that these are an improved version of the pets from the original game. It adds a little bit more variety, the fact that they can be mixed and matched, the fact that there's extra ones you can add on, and the fact that there's a new campaign with some new mobs. All of it goes together to make a really good expansion, worth picking up and adding onto your game. Always fun to have more content, more things to do, and I think you really enjoy it. On to the Kickstarter exclusive stuff. I did a video on just the Kickstarter exclusives, but I felt like this would be better off being done with this pack since it completely pertains to this pack. So we have our Build-A-Bot Extras box here. So first off here we have a couple new cards, a new Trooper and a new Officer type. These are Y-Crush and the Omega Launcher, and these can be swapped in with the normal bad guys in your Build-A-Bot campaigns, or in any of your campaigns if you want. But they add new enemies to fight against, which are also cool, and a little bit more variety in your games. Next we have some more bot cards, both tops and bottoms. You have Xeno, Shift, Meta, Click, and Laser, Tilt, and the last one is Nano Dash. They can be mixed and matched to create some interesting builds of various combinations of powers. And again, the top half tells you what the trigger is, and the bottom half tells you what the effect is. Always nice to have more of those as per options as well. Then we have our models. We have our new bots. I love this guy. He reminds me of a microwave with a giant cannon sticking out of it. And the boss guy's got guns everywhere, missile racks on his shoulders. And 2 new bad guys. Overall though, they're a cool addition. You're not missing out a ton if you didn't get them. You got 4 new robot tops, 4 new robot bottoms, a new villain type, or a new officer, and 2 new minion guys that can be swapped in for enemies in your campaign. More variety, but not a necessity, so don't feel like you're missing out huge if you didn't get a hold of those. And then finally we have the companion pack, and these are available at retail and allow you to add just a couple more bot types to your game. And we have the cards for them. There's Overdot, which kind of reminds me of BB-8. There's Sidekick. And then there's Startron. And I think Sidekick is supposed to be like reminiscent of R2-D2. Then you have BB-8, and then this guy looks like, at least the top half looks like the original Lost in Space bot. And then we have our miniatures. He kind of looks like R2-D2, except he has feet. And him, you can see the arms from the Lost in Space bot. And then he, at least the bottom half, looks like BB-8. Has a little medical symbol on it. It has a little medical symbol on it on the back. I believe Dot, the base there, has some kind of healing ability. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for a look at the Starcadia Quest Build-A-Bot expansion, as well as the extras from the Kickstarter and the little expansion from the retail with the extra bots, the companion pack they call it. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.